Hello Twin Flames, this is Victoria and I'm here with your daily energy check. Today is a big day. It's the nodal shift, it's the cardinal cross, it's the new moon in Cancer. All of those things happening at the same time. Today I'm gonna do a special read. I will just mention before I switch to tarot, where of course we will ask what does it all mean on the twin flame journey, what is happening right now, what is the action, right? The most important part. How to utilize this energy right now. And for things like a nodal shift, it's the shift that's kind of like is gonna be felt, right? The new energies will stay there for 18 months. We'll have plenty of time to work with them. So this is more of like, how do I deal with this energetic shift? Because a lot of times it's actually hitting us harder than we think, or we don't really, it may impact us in so many different ways that we don't realize until it actually happens, and like, oh, of course, that was a nodal shift. Obviously it will hit you more, all these events, if you have Aries, Libra, Cancer represented strongly in your chart. Also, if you have something at 24 degrees or 29 degrees, those areas or those planets will be hit more. And I mean, if you're an astrology junkie, then you can, or astronomy, you can go into a chart and compare it with these transits and see like the actual transits between these events and your positions in your chart. There will be a lot more things to talk about, but right now I'm just gonna say the cardinal cross. Why we're talking about the cardinal signs are all about embracing change, taking risks, and trying something new, so to speak, right? So it's like, if this is not working, let's create something new that will work, as opposed to the fixed signs, which are Taurus, Scorpio, Aquarius, and Leo, that are more about hey, this is not working, that's okay, let's stick with it, we can fix that, we can upgrade it, we can make it work, right? So the cardinal cross will definitely, especially because it includes the north and south node signs, the Aries and Libra, it will push you more towards changing the status quo, upending the norm, whether it's your personal norm or the collective norm, Aries energy versus Libra. And it's important to be ready for that, so you don't resist, so that you can actually, it gives you ideas, it gives you inspiration for innovation, for doing something differently. And if you get some ideas, some downloads, some messages, which we do a lot as twins, that you can actually pay attention and see the bigger picture, see that value in that information that you have, not just dismiss it like, oh, that sounds weird. If it was a dream, for example, no, look at it closely, use your magnifying glass, use your analytical skills, explore, research, and see what it could mean for your life or for the collective. Okay, let's get started. I've got my oracle deck. Today is the Cosmic Journey Oracle, obviously. Let's get a card for Divine Feminines first of all. A card or two or three. We'll see. I feel like pulling more than one card. Yeah, it's been an interesting weekend. I ended up not posting anything, but yeah, I had a lot of things being figured out for myself. I hope you guys did the same. Okay, we got number 44. Wow. Your words create worlds. Yay. Hey to manifestation, especially on the new moon. Ooh. And new moon in Cancer is just think of it in the angle. First of all, yeah, you can use water for your manifesting rituals if you're doing any. But more importantly, Cancer is very much connected to our inner child, to our emotional state, to those core beliefs and emotions around them. So yeah, this is a perfect time to manifest something new from that perspective and to focus on inner child work, changing those programs. The bottom of the deck here is Memento Mori. There may not be a someday, so I'll pull it as another card for the feminine. And this is 1-9, which comes down to 1 to 10 and to 1, and that is also like the ending of a cycle, right? Like the old cycles have been closed, hence the nodal shift, right? And the new ones are going to be pushing you towards recognizing who you are and how you can be of use to the collective. And that starts today, not like someday down the line, you know, I'll figure this out, or I'll start this project, I'll be spending more time on this. No, it's a start today. What do we have for masculines? Ooh. Okay, you are perfectly imperfect. Yes, so that's a reminder that you have all it takes to manifest your dreams, your plans, your goals, and to create that better tomorrow for us all. The bottom of the deck is number 12. Enter, one step forward, one step onward. Again, taking action. That's your Aries energy that is gonna be taking us to that North Node in Aries, right? That's gonna be showing us that in order to get to your goals, take action. Stop doubting, stop the preparation phase. It's time to go now, right? Similar kind of energy for both twins, a little bit different wording. I would say for the feminine, it's a little bit more about thoughts and words. For the masculine, it's like, you're ready, let's go. If it's just one step at a time, you don't have to know all the way. You don't have to know 100 steps forward. If you just know 1 or 2, that's plenty. And you can start doing it today. Okay, let's get into tarot. For tarot, I've got the Dreamkeeper's Tarot with me. I haven't used this deck for a while. Let's see what it gives us. Always like to use it for lunation events, and I think today is a perfect example. I will, so the way I want to do this, I will ask 2 different questions on what the Cardinal Cross is bringing for each of the twins, and then what the nodal shift is bringing, right? And the third part is going to be the advice. That's going to be our structure. So first of all, let's see. And the action, I'm going to take the After Tarot card deck for the action. Let's see what will the Cardinal Cross bring for the Twin Flame Collective, for the Divine Feminine Collective. What does this Cardinal Cross mean for us? The Judgment, obviously. 5 of Pentacles in reverse. Enough of that mentality, separation mentality, right? It's like this new enlightenment. See, she's like rising up to the occasion. And like, you've been there all along. You are love yourself. You are full of it. You don't have to work hard for that, for either the money or your connection, whatever it is for you, right? 5 of Pentacles could be either. But enough of that nonsense. Stop focusing on the small picture. Focus on the big picture. The Cardinal Cross is pushing us towards that bigger picture change, right? Like, it's not just about you, but when you are focusing on the bigger picture, your life changes right away. It actually works both ways, but right now, to me, what I see already, what I'm feeling with these energies is it's more about mission and changing the world rather than focusing too much on like, am I gonna get my abundance? Am I gonna get my person? Not that it's not important, it's just not, it's better to focus on that mission part. What is the Cardinal Cross bringing in for Divine Masculines and their twin flame journey? Ooh. 4 of Pentacles, the Moon. Yeah, so the masculine is asked to embrace their intuitive self, their connection to the higher self, the telepathic communication that they have with their person, right? Stop holding back. And if you don't feel like you're balanced enough, this deck, the Four of Pentacles, is a lot about finding balance. If you don't feel you're balanced enough to communicate with your person or to embrace your gifts, you can at least do it in that etherical space, both the communication with your feminine and getting answers, getting downloads, you know. So if you don't feel like you know where you're going, you don't feel good about where you are right now, ask for help, ask the ethers, ask your intuition, you know, whichever your belief system is, right? But ask for that support from within. And you're going to be driven more towards that, more and more. So don't try to find the support externally. That will be limiting you. That will be disappointing, right? The answers are within. That's what you're going to be, this cardinal cross is driving you towards. Okay, what about the nodal shift? What is the shift bringing in for the feminines? Page of Wands. Just clarify. Thank you. The Fool in reverse. So yeah, it's time to stop fooling around, I'm hearing. Time to get to business, you know. The Page of Wands, that she wants to get to the sacred knowledge, to the secret sauce, to understanding how the laws of nature work. Here with this card, to me it's more nature than anything else, right? So stop having your head in the clouds and focus on specifics. That's what I'm seeing with the nodal shift, right? And that's what that Aries energy is like. Take action, even if it's with your words and thoughts, and that includes education. Educate yourself on something that you feel is important for the bigger picture. There we go. That's the wrap. What about the masculines? What is the nodal shift bringing in for the masculines? What does it mean for their journey? The strengths. It's kind of like staying strong in the face of adversity. Three of Pentacles in reverse. Yeah, it's almost like you may feel during this time or during this shift that you don't really have help, that you're on your own, but it's actually, it connects with what I was just talking about, that's by design. Actually, you're not supposed to have that external help, because that's where you're discovering your power, that you can deal with it on your own better than with anybody else's help, right? This is your time. Look at her. She's like facing her rival, you know, the snake, the enemy, on her own, and she knows that she's got enough strength, enough power to withstand, right? Doesn't need any allies, any collaborators, any colleagues, right? Like, I know exactly where I'm going, what I'm doing. That should be your mindset, and that's why you may even feel like you don't have access to those people at this time who you would usually turn to. They're busy with something else. That's intended that way, so that you can start learning to find those answers within more often. Okay. The advice we'll get was after tarot. So what action is advised for divine feminines? To use this for the highest good. The Hierophant and the Star. Look at that, both major arcanas. 5 and 17 comes to 22, right? That union, that partnership. The union comes naturally when you're embracing the role as a light worker, as a guiding light for people, right? That's the embrace that I'm getting here. And see, she's like pouring this water herself, right? That's a different take on the Star card. Just to me, in this case, is like that goodness, that love, right? That's like, it's important to embrace lovingly this role of a leader, of a preacher, of somebody who shows the way to others, right? That's the kind of like the message between the lines in this reading, in these energies. Wow, for the masculines, we have Devil and Queen of Cups. Also interesting, because in the After Tarot interpretation, we see that this couple is already onto their sexual act. It's like they're taking it to the next level, right? That's was the devil's blessing, so to speak, right? But again, to me, especially since I was drawn to the sexual aspect of it, don't feel like having intimate relationship with your person will actually bring in the love or will secure that position for you. It's not. Also, don't feel like if you're not there, that it's something that you're missing out on, that is driving your person or both of you away from each other. That's also not true, because your person is this Queen of Cups, and they're not there for the quick hookup, you know, not there for the intimate part, although that's gonna be great. I'm sure you both, even if you haven't been intimate, you both can sense that, you know that. But don't think of it as something that, oh, we should have done that sooner, or yeah, we should have gotten to that faster. And if sex does not speak to you, does not resonate, it could be something else, and it's up to you to what you feel like. What is your usual pattern in relationships? How you secure your commitment with someone else, right? Maybe it's you buying them something, right? Or them moving into your place and you're being the provider, right? Maybe you're thinking about that part of it in order to secure that position, that yes, you're together and they're not gonna just disappear the next day. But this union, this connection is so much on a different level that if you were doing that, if you had done it, there's a good chance that it would backfire on you anyway, because it's not pure, it's not loving, it's not coming from a loving space. Even if it feels like you have a good reason, if it has some sort of manipulation behind it, which would in this scenario that I described, big news, yes, then it's not pure. It would backfire. It would only drive both of you away somehow, right? And second of all, the reason it's not happening per your usual scenario or script is also signifying how special it is. That there's something in your usual script that is not working out, and that's why those karmic relationships haven't worked out, right? Something for you to pay attention to. So maybe it's a good way, if you are focused on the connection, it's a good time for you to look at those steps, those actions, those words you usually tell people, and see what could be wrong with that. Why it's not gonna work this time, right? Think about that, work on that. So those are all clues on things that you can work on. And in your own right, you know, for your own joy and happiness, right? Any and all patterns where we engage with other people, they start with us, and they are important for us internally, right? They are somehow feeding our ego, our fears, some sort of internal needs, right, of our psyche. So when you're unfolding that, that's a really good way to see to kind of work backwards and see what those needs are and how you can feed them in a healthy way, or how you can reprogram yourself that it doesn't have to be that way, or like you can do it in a healthy way where you don't have to manipulate to buy somebody's time, or you know, do whatever you do to have them stay with you. Okay, I hope this has been good for you guys. Thank you so much. I love you all, and I will be back with more readings very, very soon. Bye everyone.